I came to apply for a nanny job, but saw the previous nanny being thrown out like garbage. Before I could open my mouth, the paralyzed president pointed at me and ordered to throw me out too. At the critical moment, the president's younger brother stopped everything, asked if I could take good care of the president wholeheartedly. I promised there would be no problem, and that I could also give massages. Hearing this, the younger brother happily asked Aunt Wang to take me to join the job. Who knew? Just after I finished tidying my room, I ran into Aunt Wang carrying a suitcase to resign. I thought the president wasn't that scary. Soon the president's younger brother came with the first task: massage the president's injured legs. $10,000 immediately if successful. For the $100,000 bonus, I started shouting for the president in a stairwell. Then the two of us started playing hide and seek. Just as the president thought he had escaped my sight, I actually stopped him at the elevator door. Seeing this, the president tried to run away again. Unexpectedly, I directly pulled out the battery of his remote-controlled wheelchair. Unable to resist, the president had to let me do whatever I wanted. Just as he thought I would dislike the scars on his legs, I actually said it was lucky there was no feeling so it wouldn't hurt. The president didn't expect me to show no dislike. Only then did he heave a sigh of relief. On the other side, seeing that the president was also obediently accepting the massage, the younger brother burst into tears of joy, directly transferred me a $100,000 bonus. Looking at the balance on my phone, I couldn't stop smiling. At this time, the younger brother issued another task to make the president eat. Then I went to the kitchen to show off my cooking skills. Who knew the president wouldn't eat greasy food, wouldn't eat light food, wouldn't eat spicy food, wouldn't eat cold food, and wouldn't drink soup either. In the end, he even turned around and left saying he wouldn't eat. But this didn't trouble me at all. Early the next morning, I deliberately made only one serving of breakfast. Just as the president was waiting for the next serving, the younger brother directly ate my serving of breakfast. Angry, the president directly said he wouldn't eat today. The younger brother was still worried whether his elder brother would suffer from malnutrition because of this. However, I said with full confidence the president would definitely eat. Sure enough, the president was so hungry in the middle of the night that he secretly came out to rummage through the refrigerator. I had been prepared and made fried rice with eggs in advance. The next day, I sent the video of the president eating to the younger brother. Seeing this, the younger brother waved his hand and gave me another bonus. The next day, when I was making breakfast, someone suddenly knocked on the door. After the president found out, he told me to invite the person to the study. Unexpectedly, the other party directly turned on the video, seized control of the president's company, and mocked the president for being stuck in a wheelchair. After learning that the president was being bullied, I immediately rushed into the room, saying, "I'm here to save you."
It was my first time visiting my fiancé's house. When my fiancé splashed a basin of water on me, my fiancé even arrogantly said I had a bad figure, commenting that his mother had poor taste in choosing people. Angry as I was, I heard my mother-in-law say I could teach him a lesson with actions. So I directly made a move. Then I used a grappling move, pinning him down so he couldn't move. Only then did my fiancé learn from his mother that I was a retired Special Forces soldier. Next, I dragged him back to his room, washed off his ugly hairstyle. His tattoos were also scrubbed off by me with steel wool. After his transformation, when he appeared handsome, he shocked his mother instantly. And I was exactly the person my mother-in-law invited to discipline him. Just one day ago, my mother-in-law took her best friend to take photos in the wild, but was shocked to find a brown bear suddenly appearing behind them. At the critical moment, I appeared, knocked the brown bear flying with one punch, and scared away the other beasts. My mother-in-law was astonished to see me subdue so many beasts. Learning that I became a beast tamer after retiring from the Special Forces, my mother-in-law thought I could definitely tame her own son, to let her son successfully inherit the family business. I was hired by my mother-in-law with an annual salary of 2 million yuan to be her son's wife and discipline him. And I tamed him on the first day, successfully obtained the marriage certificate, but he refused to accept it, wanted to use torture tools to deal with me. Unexpectedly, I picked up the whip and disciplined him instead. I accompanied him to the company to discuss a project, but he directly took me to a mountain road, wanting to hold a street racing competition, planning to race against me, to make me back down, saying that if I won against him, he would never touch a motorcycle for the rest of his life. But if I lost, I had to divorce him. And I agreed immediately. But he was extremely arrogant, took the lead right away, thinking he could easily win the race. Seeing me catching up with him, he directly drove at 250 kilometers per hour. I also accelerated directly, unleashing my hidden strength, overtaking him in an instant, advising him to give up. Unexpectedly, he threw away his earpiece directly, wanting to sprint. Little did he know there was a car going up the mountain at the sharp turn ahead. I had to accelerate to 300 kilometers per hour, forcing him to stop directly, but my speed was too fast. To avoid the car, I plunged off the cliff.
The scheming woman raised her hand to hit, but I grabbed it directly. Seeing this, my elder brother rushed forward. Unexpectedly, a steel ball hit him and he knelt on the ground instantly. I mocked that I dared not accept such a grand gift. He cursed loudly in pain until a flying orange blocked his mouth. The scheming woman tried to struggle again, but froze instantly under my cold warning. It turned out I was originally the god of war general of the great Qin dynasty, but accidentally traveled into the body of the real young lady who suffered a lot in the countryside. On this day, I was just picked up and returned to the Qin family. Unexpectedly, as soon as I entered the door, I was targeted by my eldest brother and adopted sister. They refused to let me sit at the table for dinner, so I stepped forward directly and split the dining table in half. The brutal scene instantly scared the two of them, trembling with fear. Then I ordered the nanny to take me to the scheming woman's room. Unexpectedly, after arriving at the room, the nanny reminded me that this room was prepared by the lady for the scheming woman. I calmly picked up the water glass and drank it all in one gulp, then crushed the glass into pieces with my bare hands. I said I was the only young lady in the family, warning the nanny to recognize her identity. Then, without another word, I threw all the adopted sister's things down. Seeing this, my eldest brother immediately wanted to stand up for the scheming woman and threatened to send me back to the countryside when our parents came home. Early the next morning, I walked into the restaurant, pretending to be weak, daring not to sit down for a long time, saying I was afraid the scheming woman would think I was dirty again. I even asked my brother if I could eat. Father noticed something was wrong and scolded his son on the spot. Mother tried to smooth things over, but was sharply stopped by father. Father announced that he would hold a grand recognition banquet and restore my engagement with the heir to a top wealthy family. The scheming woman was very angry after hearing this. On the night of the banquet, my eldest brother and the maid came, bringing the final conspiracy. The maid excitedly told the scheming woman that everything was ready. The hall was about to live stream the scene of me being violated by an old man. The scheming woman watched me being lured upstairs, shivering with excitement all over. Just then, my parents walked in with investors, saying they wanted to see me. The scheming woman immediately put on a worried look, saying she saw me go upstairs with an old man. A countdown began on the giant screen. Her victory was only a few seconds away.
I just kissed the doll once. The rich tycoon in the meeting room felt as if he had been kissed. The rich tycoon was so scared that he turned around suddenly, thinking it was his assistant who kissed him. Then his pants unbuttoned automatically, facing everyone in the room. The rich tycoon hurriedly stood up and left in embarrassment. It turned out I accidentally entered a novel world. The original owner fainted on the hospital bed from overwork. Just then a man walked in, wanting to take me to be cremated. I suddenly sat up from the hospital bed. In the chaos, the man accidentally kissed me. I said I was just asleep. The manager next to me accused me. I exposed it on the spot that the manager forced employees to work overtime. After hearing this, the man immediately fired the manager and compensated me for 6 months' salary. After I got home, I found a doll that looked exactly like the man. It turned out the original owner had always had a secret crush on him. That night when the man was taking a bath, I found the doll was wet, hurriedly dried it off. The man in the bathroom felt as if a hand was touching him, thinking he was cursed. The next day I went to work. The man asked me to pretend to be his girlfriend to attend the banquet and promised to give me a black card as payment. I agreed immediately. Soon the night of the banquet arrived. As soon as the man entered the venue, he was surrounded by a group of rich young ladies. I rushed straight to the food area. Just then one of the man's admirers walked over, pushed me into the swimming pool. The man saw the doll floating on the water, and his own clothes got wet. He immediately realized something was wrong, hurriedly rescued me and took me back to his room. After I woke up, the first thing I did was check the doll. Seeing the doll was wearing a bathrobe, I prepared to change its clothes. At the same time, the man walked out, wearing a bathrobe.